Guys, what is happening in China right now is crazy. They're making robots that look like humans. They're using AI to survey everyone, guys. This is messed up. And even as well, they're making chips that allow you to purchase things. Is this the sign of the Antichrist? So today we're going to be reacting to this video, talking about all of the crazy technology advances that are happening. Guys, this is wild. So make sure to watch till the end because I have a Bible verse to tie all of this together. And I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So guys, I encourage you to hit the like button. Help me out here.
Just shock the world with what they're building. But here's what no one's talking about. While Western media keeps you distracted, China's quietly racing ahead, building a future that looks straight out of science fiction.
Yikes.
AI systems that think for themselves, machines that replace humans, cities run entirely by algorithms, and yet barely a whisper in the West.
Oh, wow.
Because what's happening right now isn't just about smart cities or flying taxis. China's building something far more powerful, a robot army. And once you see what it can do, you'll realize the future isn't coming. It's already here.
That's insane.
And China's leading it. Let me start with something that sounds impossible. Remember when pizza delivery meant waiting 30 to 45 minutes and hoping it would still be warm? Well, China said not anymore. They've created a whole network of delivery drones that can bring your food in just 15 minutes, and they're accurate to the exact minute.
Wow.
The company Meituan has already made over 300,000 deliveries using drones. That's like delivering food to every person in a medium-sized city. The drones fly on set routes and drop packages at special boxes, so there's no waiting around for a delivery person. But it gets even crazier in the countryside. JD.com has drones that can carry 5 to 30 kilograms. They call it a pickup truck in the air. And it's connecting villages that never had fast delivery before. Do you think that's impressive? Well, here's something that will make your jaw drop. This year alone, 15 million new cars in China will have robot brains that can drive themselves. That means 2 out of every 3 new cars can drive without a human touching the steering wheel. But let me tell you about the GUA01, the world's first car with a real AI brain. This isn't just self-driving. This is a car that can literally think and talk to you. The GUA01 has an AI partner called Simo that you can talk to just like a friend. You can stand outside your car and say, "Simo, come pick me up," and it will drive itself to you from up to 2 kilometers away. Here's
no
what...
way. So it's the real life Cars movie. What in the world? Where it's alive, it's able to talk to you. Guys, this is wild. Some people think that this is just people using technology to warm up the system for people to get ready for the Antichrist. It's fascinating because it's going to be so easy for everyone to have surveillance on everyone and make sure that they're complying and following the rules. It's going to be so easy for the Antichrist to do this now.
Absolutely incredible. The GUA01 is powered by dual NVIDIA Orin chips with 508 TOPS of AI computing power, 11 HD cameras, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and 5 radar systems. That's more sensors than a military drone. It can park itself, change lanes, avoid obstacles, recognize traffic lights, and even make unprotected left turns in busy city traffic. Have you ever thought of BYD's Yangwang U8? It can do a tank turn, spinning 360 degrees in place like a spinning top. The car's 4 independent motors can make each wheel turn in opposite directions, letting it rotate without moving forward or backward. It can also crab walk sideways into parking spaces by moving all 4 wheels in the same direction. The Yangwang U8 SUV can even drive into water that's almost 5 feet deep, float like a boat, and actually move through water at 3 kilometers per hour by spinning its wheels. Imagine this. There's a flood. With trains this fast, you could travel from Beijing to Shanghai in just 2.5 hours instead of 5.5 hours. Well, if you think floating trains at 620 miles per hour are mind-blowing, here's what will really shock you. China isn't just building futuristic technology. They're building futuristic minds. While we're teaching kids basic math, China is turning their children into AI experts. Starting this year, every kid in Beijing as young as 6 years old is required to take AI classes for at least 8 hours every school year. That's millions and millions of kids learning to use AI before they even learn multiplication. China has chosen 184 schools to test even more advanced AI programs. By the time these kids are adults, they'll be controlling technology that doesn't even exist yet. It seems like there's almost no field left where China hasn't used AI.
Yeah, that's insane. It seems like when I think about children and them being able to have the opportunity to just run around and play, but in other societies, man, they're just having them literally just learn this whole time and do school and work or whatever. I don't think you can get away with that in the United States. Maybe you could teach them a few things, obviously, at school instead of just doing some propaganda stuff. I don't know.
Have you ever imagined a country building an entire highway without a single worker? Well, China just did it.
No way.
They recently built a road using 100 self-driving haul trucks, massive machines that can each carry 85 tons and drive completely on their own.
That is crazy. So AI is becoming all things. All right.
Or you can check in, drop your bags, pass security, and board your flight without speaking to a single person. The entire process takes just 12 seconds per passenger. Beijing's largest airport has over 600 biometric checkpoints, 250 automatic gates, and 80 self-service stations, all powered by facial recognition. Everything happens automatically. You just walk through and the cameras do the rest. But it's not just at airports. Across China, cameras are everywhere, watching, analyzing, and recognizing faces in real time. China has installed more than 200 million surveillance cameras. That's 4 times more than the entire United States. They call it the Skynet system, and it uses facial recognition to track every person in the country. The technology is so advanced, it can catch jaywalkers, identify anyone not wearing a mask, and even predict crimes before they happen.
Dang, that's creepy. So literally, if they wanted to, like in the United States, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they force people to wear masks. How crazy would that be? They'll be able to tell if you did not take a vaccine. They'll be able to tell if you are not wearing a mark. How creepy is that? What in the world are we getting into? I know John Lennox always talks about this. He's like, they have surveillance systems making sure that you are complying with the rules, and they have this metric system, literally like a game. If you follow the rules, you climb up the ladder of the metric system. But if you don't, and if you don't comply to whatever is going on in society, oh man, you are in trouble. They just, they could take away your security, they could take away your money, everything's online. That is the system we're coming to. It's scary.
Police officers even wear AI-powered smart helmets that can scan crowds and instantly identify wanted criminals.
That's wild.
This technology...
I wonder how... I know there's an underground church in China. I wonder how difficult it is becoming to live a life as a Christian. It's scary.
Is incredibly powerful, and China is moving ahead fast with AI, while the rest of the world is struggling to keep up. We make online payments by scanning cards or using our phones, right? Well, China has already taken it one step further. There, you can make payments without a card or even a phone. Sounds impossible? They're doing it with their palms. It might sound like magic, but it's real. Millions of people in China are already paying for things just by showing their hand.
That's insane. They just have to show their hand. Oh my goodness, guys, that's creepy. How easy it's gonna be to just be like, oh, you don't have the mark. You can't buy that. You don't have any money. All your money's gone. The mark, the mark, the mark, the mark. Take the mark of the beast. You will not be able to buy or sell. What are you guys thinking about all of this? It's crazy.
Since WeChat Palm Pay scans the lines and veins in your palm, it's more secure than fingerprints and faster than pulling out your wallet. Over 1,500 stores are already using it.
It scans the lines and veins within your hand. Oh, wow.
Rate of less than 1 in a million. Students use it at universities. Travelers use it on trains. And soon, people might not need cash, cards, or even phones to pay for anything. But here's where it gets even crazier. In China, people aren't just going cashless. They're letting robots do their jobs for them.
How do you give anyone money then? You still have to have a phone, That is crazy, guys. Oh man, we need to keep on trusting in Jesus because this is getting crazy.
Robot in China that's about as tall as a 10-year-old kid, but it can pull off perfect kung fu moves, dance like a pro, and even run faster than most adults. Meet the Unitree G1 robot. It's not just any robot. The G1 stands 1.32 meters tall, about 4'4", and weighs 35 kilograms with its battery.
Wow.
It has 23 moving joints, giving it human-like motion. It can walk, run, jump, sit, stand, shake hands, and wave, all with incredible balance and precision. It moves so naturally you'd swear there's a person inside.
Well,
But
I don't know about that. What's scary is that every war is going to be done with just robots. Or maybe it's not as scary because then less people will die. But will the robots just start killing people then? That's what's scary. The race to artificial intelligence, super artificial intelligence, is wild and crazy.
Crazy part. It's not just for show. The G1 can help with daily tasks like carrying objects, opening bottles, or cleaning up your room. And when you're bored, it can break into kung fu routines, stick dances, or any choreography you program.
Nice. All right, this is what's getting crazy, guys. The humanoids. Transhumanism is coming up.
Used by police and military around the world. Now, let's talk about something that will give you goosebumps.
Yep.
There's a company called X Robots making androids. That's robots that look exactly like humans. I'm talking about robots with real-looking skin, perfect teeth, and eyes that blink just like yours. These robots have 140 different ways they can move their face and body. That's more than most humans. They cost about $280,000 each, and it takes a whole month just to make one because every tiny detail has to be perfect, even down to the pores on their skin. But here's what's absolutely incredible. X Robots has already built over 200 humanoid robots, and they're now producing 500 plus units per year in their massive factory in Dalian.
Wow.
They've even resurrected famous scientists like Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, and Thomas Edison as talking robots that can tell their life stories. These robots are already working in science museums, hotels, schools, and government offices across China. The company opened the first robot museum in the entire country where you can meet robot versions of historical figures. Here's what's frightening. In a few years, you might not be able to tell if you're talking to a human or a robot. What happens when these robots become cheaper and everyone can buy one? And while we're still trying to figure out if
Yeah, guys, that is scary. My fear is people are going to start buying those for relationships and start trading in for human relationships with AI robot relationships. People are already doing it with ChatGPT or these voice models. Imagine with a real robot AI. That's creepy, guys. Scary. And I feel like people are going to hand that in and it's going to become so perverted in something that is so not of God. In my opinion, that's just how I feel it's going to be like. I definitely want to know what you guys think about this because this is crazy.
Chinese doctors are now performing surgeries on patients who are 8,000 kilometers away. In Xinjiang, surgeons operated on patients using robotic systems while sitting in completely different cities, thousands of miles away. That was about remote areas. But what if the doctor itself is a robot? Meet Dr. Alfred, an AI robot surgeon so realistic you'd think he's human. This hyper-realistic robot communicates fluently, understands multiple languages, and answers medical questions like a real doctor. China has also built the world's first AI hospital with 14 robot doctors and 4.
That's insane. I would not trust a robot doctor. Guys, this really makes you think about the mark of the beast. Revelations 13:16 through 17 says, "Also it causes all, both small and great, both rich and poor, both free and slave, to be marked on the right hand of the forehead, so that no one can buy or sell unless he has the mark. That is the name of the beast or the number of its name." That's wild, guys. Unless you guys have the mark, and that's what it's going to be so easily be able to do, and that is. And this calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the numbers of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his name is 666. So, guys, I encourage you to keep on trusting in Jesus and know that he is good during these crazy times in the future. And I know that the future is coming and is coming very fast, but God has a plan, so don't worry, don't be afraid. Just trust in Jesus. He loves you so, so much. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I know we can do it with your help. So thank you so much for all the love and support. It means the world. Have an amazing day, and God bless.